No, it didn't. Hey,
Will did it.
Are we
how
live?
is everybody?
It says live.
We are absolutely live. We are
Yes,
in
but
the
Hello,
space.
Internet.
If anybody, don't do that directly. There were so many headphones that were crashed just now, and like, oh my gosh, this is horrible. This is horrible.
Oops.
So
Welcome.
we are live streaming to LinkedIn,
Yes.
Facebook, Twitter, or X, whatever Elon's calling it, Twitch, as well as, what's the last one? I always forget. YouTube. We're on YouTube. That's the good one. Welcome to the Coffee Table Talks, everyone digitally, as well as hello, everybody. Give yourselves a round of applause. Woo! We are here in Grand Rapids, Michigan for GrrCON. Cyber happy. I love you, Steve.
I'm a great time.
Good morning, Meg, Jed. We got Cyber Gangs.
So this is what it looks like from your perspective. I always
Yeah.
wondered
It is.
about that.
I had no idea how stupid I was.
Did I mention?
Oh, I thought I told you all the
Oh
time.
my God!
Yeah.
You did not. You did not. Tell me.
No.
I should know these things.
That's awesome. So with us today, if you don't know who I am, hello, I'm Rachel Arnold. I am the Human API with Secure Nation. Thank you so much for that wow round of applause. With me, as always, is Will McCullen, the IT Program Director for the Center of Excellence at Pima Community College. To my left, that's my left, right? That's my left is Brett Scott. Is our good friend Brett Scott, who came to join us today from Atatum.
Yes, ma'am.
We have Ryan Cloutier as well. You guys have all know this squirrel, right? He's the Care Bears. If you're looking for Care Bear stickers, that's the Care Bear right there. That is. And our third, we got a whole crowd today. Allie actually just fresh off a stage. She just did her first GrrCON presentation.
Yes.
Let's hear it for Allie. That's awesome. Allie, what was your talk on today?
It was legal, medical, legal, how I was able to finagle my way into getting medical records without having to actually get into any system. It's just, being cute and knowing how to talk.
So what she said is, I'm hot, and they gave me the shit I asked for.
There you go. That's very true.
He has what they're called the social skills.
I mean, I've done a lot of social engineering, and I've never been as successful as any woman I've ever met.
Have you seen yourself?
Yeah, I held up a mirror and I went,
Have you seen yourself? Oh my gosh.
Well, I think this is amazing. We're at a con, and Ryan is sitting still for a moment.
Yeah.
that's a lie. I am not sitting still. I'm like twitching
Press
under
the
the table.
record button.
You know what it is? He's vibrating at such a rate you can't see it.
No, it's because they were nice enough to give me whiskey. And
Yeah, that's exactly what's happened right there. It is. So how are you guys enjoying the conference?
So far, so good.
How are you guys enjoying the conference? Yeah? Yeah? All right, who has enjoyed free beer? We like free beer?
Let's give it up for the free beer.
Let's give it up for the free beer. Absolutely love it. So how many of you guys out here, is this your first time you're at GrrCON? We got
Wow.
1, 2, 3. Look
Look
at
at
all
all
the
the
hands going
noobs.
up. What's up, Steve? How many
Is it really?
are, you've been here since day one? We got any day one? Like, you've been here 10, 11 years? Is that Jeff?
Do you think it might have been something you said?
So,
Here we go.
It was.
Mr.
Hey,
Matt
Jeff.
Lee here, it's his first time at GrrCON.
It is. Yeah.
Nice. Hey,
First
what's
time?
up, Matt?
I also came with social
He
education.
did. He brought the sit stills.
So your
I brought the
GrrCON
coffee.
cherry just got popped.
I big
Yeah.
and hard. Absolutely, it was
Ooh.
ruthless. Oh, was that too much?
No.
Oh, okay, good.
Not
Yeah,
for
no,
me.
it's great. It's great. I go on stage, and I hope I have the courage. It'll be my first time speaking here as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Make sure if you're here, you check out his talk, all right?
Yeah, Matt
Take
Lee.
care.
Thank you, Matt. Love that you stopped by. Where's Jeff? Jeff, come over here. No, Jeff's not
And
listening.
we will be taking questions from the audience. Get creative, people.
That's dangerous.
We got a question already?
Excellent.
I love it. What do we got?
Sure.
Yell it at the microphone.
Right
Yeah,
there,
right
it's
there.
actually right here.
It's the white one. That's
No,
the
right,
silver
right
one.
there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what would be your best piece of advice to people trying to get into cybersecurity?
Ah.
Well,
Wow.
Mr.
Right down
Will
the center
can
of the
answer that.
fairway. No,
Jeff.
Am I picking up? I mean,
You are.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
Try all the things.
Yes, I love it.
Expose yourself to as much as
Not
expose
literally.
yourself.
Whoa, wait.
Are we talking cybersecurity or something
Ever since the
else?
settlement, we can't say that. in
Look
public
for
anymore.
opportunities to explore all the different facets. Don't think that automatically you got to be a red team or a pen tester, even though we lift that up artificially at all these conferences. That's not all there is to it.
Nope.
There's a lot of stuff that happens during commercials before you come back and solve the crime. And you don't know what you like until you try it. I always tell people, try everything. If you're look at what you're good at, have potential, aptitude for, look for something that you enjoy doing. If you're really lucky, it's the same thing. Do that.
Yeah.
That's my advice.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you, Jeff.
I love you.
I would add to that, be insatiably curious and aggressively compassionate.
And never lose that.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely.
Hi, I'm a noob.
No, it's just,
Yes, I am.
Oh my gosh.
Every day I wake up, I'm a noob, because every day this shit changes, and it changes at a speed and a pace that if you're not keeping up and you're not curious, the biggest pitfall of having all these gray hairs is getting to thinking I might know something.
And you die the moment you think you do it.
Yep.
And that's the crisis of our industry. Right?
But I'm excited to find out, right? So seriously, number one skill every cyber person should have to know that this is for you is a passion to learn.
Yeah.
Because it is a never-ending, never-ceasing journey. So if learning for you sucks, pick a different career.
That's fair.
But it is very rewarding, right? So everyone likes to think that they can have an impact in the world. But in the world of cybersecurity, you absolutely touch people's lives. And that carries with it some responsibility, but it is a meaningful set of work, and it also has a great positive impact for all the people that you work with. So it is meaningful, it's fun, and his advice is something you should absolutely listen to twice. Do what you like doing. The money's there for everything. All things cybersecurity pay well. If you're doing it for the money, you're burning out, you'll be done, we won't see you again.
6 months.
Right? But if you're doing it because you love doing it, we will be seeing you every year, and you'll be loving life. You'll also be very wealthy. So do the things, find what you love, and when you do that, everything works out. The whole story wins.
I'm going to add one thing. Network. Get on LinkedIn, get on Twitter, and make friends. Nothing will help you in this business more than having awesome people around you.
Yes.
It really is a collective thing. It takes all of us, because nobody's an expert in anything, especially now. So having good people.
Except for Jeff.
We have the one guy.
Challenge accepted.
So Jeff, you did your 800th episode of Paul's Security Weekly podcast.
Just 2 days ago.
2 days ago. 800 episodes for Jeff Mann.
Oh, congratulations, Jeff.
That's amazing. Good job.
All right, so Ellie, what's your thoughts on this?
So here are my thoughts, right? You not only have to dig into your inner self and what do you love to currently do? What is your passion? Ask yourself what your passion is. Then network with people that were in the industry you're in that made the transition. I'll tell you this much. Tech is very forgiving. It's very open to helping people. Ask them, hey, what do you recommend? I get people in my inbox tell me, I want to switch out of legal to tech. What do you recommend? Proactive approach. You got to learn. You got to get curious. I can't build that curiosity in you. You got to be curious on your own, how things work. I even tried, there's immersive labs. And I tried red teaming skills because, it's like they always overhype the red teaming, right? I will tell you, I can't stand red teaming stuff. I hate it. I wanted to throw my laptop across the room plenty of times. But I also know that I didn't want to give up on that because I'm like, no, I really need to get that answer. I need to solve it because that's the type of person I am. But definitely connect with people that have made that industry change and see what they say. It's not just all about certifications. Definitely play up your skills. Guess what? I'm sorry, some techies just don't have the soft skills that every company is looking for. So you know what? Hype those soft skills up.
Yeah, please take a class. Psychology 101 is the most beneficial non-technical skill you can possess. Yeah.
So are you here in Michigan? So Will works in Arizona at Pima Community College. There is an affiliate of the same organization called MICTRA, Michigan Cyber Threat Response Alliance. And they have a cyber range there at GVSU, wherever that is. And so that's an all volunteer-based organization. You get both the networking, but you also get access to 5 different states of cyber professionals.
Yeah.
And if you pen test people, for money, make sure it's on video, then it's not a crime.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, you're horrible. You gotta come hang out with us a little bit too. Always come. I saw you. You're like one of the most friendliest faces I've ever seen at registration. Like you hadn't died inside. I'm so excited. Is this your first year volunteering or no? You've done it a bunch. For 5 years. Volunteer for 5 years. You're awesome. Who's the longest running one? Molly? Is Molly and Jennifer? Yeah? I saw Rachel sneaking in over there. Where'd she go? No? All right, whatever. She just walked by. Rachel,
Let's get a round of applause for our volunteers.
Yeah. Very nice.
Random people in the balcony, clap for the volunteers.
Nobody.
They're like, we're here for
They're
art.
like,
Yeah.
come on,
Seriously,
come on.
clap for the art.
No, it's artistic or something like that.
It's
It is.
performance.
Oh, let's look. Let's see. We have any
We got any questions from the audience?
not out here.
All
yet.
right, somebody else. What do we got for
Yeah,
questions?
what you got? Like,
It can be about hacking. It can be about the industry. It can be about interpretive dance moves.
it could be about the afro that Will used to have.
No.
Yeah.
What?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Big
God.
old bushy
Really?
afro. Yeah, he loved it.
Show us a picture.
So,
So-
what you're saying is when I come down to visit you guys in Arizona, what I need to do is go to the wig shop first and get a big old look
Heck
at it.
yeah.
Sold.
Preferably a rainbow.
So one of the cool things about being at a con, right? Because we've got a whole bunch of people here, got some incredible talent, folks that have been in the industry for a long time. And the advantage is that you can go up and you can approach and talk to each one of them. And I know Ryan has been talking to a whole bunch of folks. Ryan,
Yes.
from some of the folks
Squirrel.
that you've talked to,
Yeah.
what is some of the parts that folks need the most encouragement on?
All right. Let's talk about mental health for a second. Let's talk about self-care. Let's talk about self-love and self-respect. So I meet amazing, brilliant, wonderful, talented people on a daily basis who don't think they're worth the air they breathe. Get that shit out of your head, okay? And I meet the other folks that think that their air is more important. Get that shit out of your head, okay? We don't do enough to acknowledge the strain and the stress that this job brings. This is not an easy job. It is not for the faint of heart. And if you do anything for real, for example, in nation state stuff, helping out law enforcement, hunting the bad people, that has a cost. And we don't talk about it, we don't share it, and we sure as hell don't share with each other. So I won't name the individual, but last year I was here at the con, and a young man had approached me. Hey man, I follow you on the internet. I think you're a pretty cool dude. And all he was looking for was 2.5 seconds. And me and my friend Dan Hay, a mutual friend, we love Dan Hay. Hey Dan, better
Hey,
be
Dan.
watching. I know it's Australia.
He's
Fucker, wake
sleeping
up.
right now.
I don't give a shit. He should be awake for this.
And also
So-
send us an email about what life is
And
like.
then he
upside
says,
down.
so the young man, he comes up to me and Dan, and we spent about 15 minutes just talking to him. I don't know, like a peer, like a fellow human. And this year he came up and told me how that was the difference maker in his life, how he was at his lowest moment. He was just not in a good place mentally or mental health wise. So that 5 minutes that you give somebody, if you've got gray hair, you've been doing this shit a while, it's on you to mentor down. If you don't have gray hair, bless your sweet little heart, you got a lot to learn. It's your job to look up and find folks that you can mentor, right?
Yeah.
And for the gray hairs, I'll give you this too. Always keep somebody above and below you in mentorship. If you're 40 and you don't got a 20-year-old mentoring you, you are doing it wrong. And if you ain't got a 60-year-old to go to and go, hey, so how'd you fuck that up and how do I avoid it? You're also doing it wrong. So be friends, be nice, be kind, and enough with the mental health. Take the days off when you need them. Please don't show up thinking you're going to do incident response and you ain't slept in 3 days. I will walk your ass out of the room. Love each other a little more. This stuff is hard, but it's important because what the work we do every day as cyber professionals is what makes the world turn. So that's my soapbox.
Well,
That's very true.
I came across a really cool thing here at the con where we had a couple come over to the table. The gentleman was in cybersecurity. He was growing in that area. And the person he was with, she said, I'm just kind of here. I'm kind of observing. I really don't know that much about it. We had the opportunity to talk to her and say, but no, you're doing incredible stuff here. The way that you can help your boyfriend is help him to be able to talk to everybody else.
It's not stop
So that
yelling
we
at him
can
about
take
socks.
We can take it out of the
Seems like you're a
InfoSec, off of InfoSec Island, right?
Now look. I love all of y'all, and you have wonderful ideas, and it's very great to sit here and do this. But I see y'all all the time. All right, I don't see all of them all the time. Is somebody willing to come sit up here and tell us what their favorite thing about the con is? Is there anybody?
what the fuck that
No,
was.
none of you.
I feel like a dick.
There we go, Matt. Come on, Matt.
Come on down.
Get up here, Matt.
Here, I'm gonna go get whiskey.
I have whiskey.
Oh, yeah. This neighborhood got a lot better all of a
Yes.
sudden.
Oh man.
I'm gonna try to smile as much, but I'm gonna have a real hard time.
Okay.
You know, it's pretty up there on the smiliness.
I'm a smiley. I just wake up that way. It's a thing. So what did you con? Okay, so wait, you're speaking this year, so that's
Yeah.
obvious. So the first con, did you speak at it?
No, so I haven't been to a con. This is my first one.
This is your
and my first time speaking. Yeah.
You were just like, is that the deep end over there? Please
Yeah, it's
let me
like,
jump in.
bro. Yeah, but that is how I do my life most of the time, right? But,
How are you about laps?
Oh, you're good, bud.
Hi.
Come on. You got
Hey,
it.
buddy.
All right. What do you want for Christmas?
You to patch your shit.
Granted.
So you are all in this year. First con, first speaking.
Jason Slagle, a good friend of mine in the MSP community, has spoken at the con before.
Gotcha.
Last year it was more technical. He picked
So
apart.
it's Jason's fault.
It's Jason's fault. I blame
Where's
Jason
Jason?
most of
Man,
the
right
time.
there.
Yeah.
That's
As his
Jason.
shirt said, sniff networks, not drugs. So I decided to drug as well. Right. So that's what we're doing today.
That's awesome.
It's so awesome. He's got more.
Yeah.
So last year he talked about picking apart the MSP's tools that we all use in our world,
Right.
and some of the massive security vulnerabilities that are in there. And he did a live show of that
Are we
last
talking?
year.
Is this like the tool validation kind of perspective?
Yeah, come
or-
on, tell him what you talked
Yeah.
about last year, brother.
Let's talk about
You want
it.
to sit in my? No,
There
this
are
chair
at
ain't
least
made for
5 more
that.
chairs in the area.
Yeah, this chair ain't made for
You guys,
that.
being on camera
The chair-
is optional. They can also.
It's true. We can hear him.
What, my last talk here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are we talking like tool validation? Because you're talking about ripping apart the
I went through
MSP.
specific vulnerabilities, like how the Kaseya hack actually worked. Technically, some vulnerabilities that I had against ConnectWise Automate.
Yeah.
There was a 6-week period where I could own any Automate instance on the internet.
You didn't even buy me a new car, man.
Tooling, yeah.
Nobody
tooling
definitely
is just
convinced
bad.
you to do a
Yeah,
speaking
I mean,
engagement at GrrCON.
I did. I submitted this going out, they won't accept it, and then they did, so then we actually had to make the talk.
Yeah, well, they don't know what our talk is today.
Dang.
So our talk is MSPs suck, but the world without them is worse. And it's an advocation for MSPs.
I
that's
like it. It's the
disguised
most upbeat
in a punch in the
top title I've
face.
ever
Yeah.
heard. It's so lively and positive.
So for all of our MSP audience,
Yeah. It actually is a good
I am
thing.
an MSP.
Yeah, he's an
Yeah,
MSP.
he is.
I'm
He
a
is an
recovering MSP. I sold mine 2 years ago, so I'm in the
No, you have
12-step
to
program.
do it right. Hi, my name is Matt.
Hi, my name is Matt,
Yeah.
and I too
Hi,
am
Matt.
an MSP.
Hi, Matt.
But we're going to make an advocation that a lot of these SMBs are under the poverty line from a cybersecurity perspective, and even when they try to do it themselves, they fail even worse than some of the worst MSPs. And that what we really need is funding, capabilities, tooling, education, empowerment of a lot of that space, because they make up 42% of our GDP. So even though so much of this work is in that enterprise space, we focus on the SMB. And so that's kind of where our world is, and that's what we're going to talk about.
87% of businesses in the U.S. with employees have less than $500,000 a year in revenue. So how do we protect them? Because they can't. There is somebody here that has a salary higher than 14 million U.S. businesses revenue.
Yeah. And what's funny is one of the same people that he talked about, that Ryan talked about, or
Yeah.
Care Bear talked about, actually is added into my slide deck today. Because
Nice.
he found a machine unlocked by an enterprise person for my last slide. And
Here.
I'll save it for the show
Yeah.
and what my title of that last slide is. So he has come full circle and is now very much part of the community. And
That's awesome.
anyways.
very cool. You had a question.
I had a comment with you had asked our favorite things about
Yeah,
coming
the
to a
conference.
con.
Yeah. Here, scoot it out. Come on in.
All right.
By the way,
So
this is
let's move into this.
this
one.
is
It's already warm, I promise.
yeah.
All right.
Oh,
It is.
that's
This is
nice.
nice.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah. So I started in the industry probably, I don't know, late 90s somewhere. And back then it was everybody had their secrets. Everybody kept to themselves. Everybody talked about information being open. but never wanted to share it.
Sure, other people did.
So
There's no community.
You know? There was no community in it. Now, when we come to the con, everybody wants to network. It doesn't matter what level you're at. Everybody wants to share information, support people. We're talking about mental health and the difficulties that happen in this industry. And it's just like a huge supportive community that you don't get that other places. You come to a con like this, and you just have this whole new network of friends that are like instantly there. There was a couple years ago, I actually missed coming to this con, and I was out. I just happened to be out at a local restaurant that people go to after the con.
Sure, we won't mention it. We know.
And
did you introduce yourself to everybody?
Hi, everybody. I am Esquire Trace.
He is the coolest first name ever. His name is Esquire.
Yeah. If he became an attorney, he would be Esquire.
Esquire.
And
a landowner.
You should totally
Esquire.
Yeah. Make friends. Make friends with everybody.
Make friends. Yeah.
I'm gonna get my job.
So everybody, there's all these people that went to this location afterwards. Even though I missed the actual conference, I was able to go walk over, sit down with a bunch of them, and just talk with them and spend the rest of my evening. Even though I wasn't able to be here, it's still that community was there.
Yeah.
That's what I love about cybersecurity and IT and these cons. Like, it's amazing.
Wait. What con is this for you? Is this your first GrrCON, or is it like?
I was here for number 2, and then I missed one along the way.
Yeah. So
I love it. I love this.
You're addicted.
I'm addicted. 100%
Let's talk about that for a second. So, GrrCON versus DEF CON.
Okay, I've never been to DEF CON.
Oh, okay. So, two very different worlds. I would say that GrrCON is more like an intimate family dinner, and DEF CON's more like Vegas and bags of drugs and weird shit and big giant floppy dildos. Which
I feel
which
like
are not the conference attendees.
I mean,
to be clear,
I don't want to go with
I honestly can't
an
tell the difference.
adultier
I just
adult.
assume that they're not.
I need an adultier adult.
Who? Wait, do we need an adult?
Like just an adultier adult. If I ever venture to the DEF CON situation.
Yeah,
You
it's
have
a
an aneurysm.
thing. Remember, DEF CON is where we had to invent the 3-2-1 rule, as in, what is it? 3 hours of sleep, 2 meals, and 1 shower. Please, God, follow the number 1 rule. Some of you.
Who's got a question? Hey,
What do you got?
come on.
Woohoo! Yeah, come on
Shout
around.
in the general direction of microphones.
Yeah,
You
come
can
on
be on
around.
camera if you
Come on
want.
around.
Oh, sweet.
You can.
Yes.
I don't want to take you out.
Yeah.
No, wait.
Come on.
Let's. We got to hold space for this for a second. Sit down, young man.
Okay.
Introduce yourself.
Hey there, I'm Andrew
Somebody
Scott.
get Esquire.
Andrew
one of those
Scott,
extra
ladies and
large
gentlemen,
shirts I
Brett
found
Scott's
this
son.
morning.
Let's give it up for him.
Very serious question. So, with the alien eggs that have been recently brought forth before Congress, they're going to hatch and turn into aliens. How do you feel about alien-human hybrids?
Hang on, you got to switch gears. With
Wait. Alien Eggs? Isn't that like a weird website where people that do weird stuff
No,
go?
is that the one that
Something
costs
else?
$4.99 a minute? That's not worth it.
That's not it?
No.
So, UFOs. Yeah. Go to blackvault.com and read documents from 60 years ago.
This feels like a beer table conversation.
Yeah,
rather than a con.
it's going that direction.
You
Moving
really
quick.
I heard the truck backing up.
I had to
Did you
ask,
strap in?
but I
Are
have
you-
I have
Yeah,
some more
yeah,
legit
okay.
All right,
questions.
what do you got?
All right.
All right.
Is this
So,
new? This is
with all of you experts in the industry, what are some of the trends you think we'll see in the next 3 to 5 years?
I'll go with this. If we do not change our engineering, the trend we will see is shit ain't going to work, and we're all going to go back to the dark ages.
Yeah, if you think about it from the timeline of technology, right? So technology and crime have different curves, but eventually crime will surpass technology as far as productivity. The moment that formula inverts, we're going to have a cataclysmic outcome. So the line's getting closer and closer. So something obviously has to change to avoid the inversion. But in the trends that you're talking about, you talk about the fact that people are more open and more communicating and more sharing. That's essential because the people who we're fighting against are better resourced. They have more innovation. They have more everything. So we are fighting asymmetrically against a superior force. If you don't work together, right, the opposite of united we stand is divided we fall. So why do you think that everyone spends all this time trying to divide us, right?
You know, you say superior force, and I would say I challenge that on this basis only. They cooperate more than we do. The criminals play nicer with each other than we play with each other. That shit has to change. We have got to realize what we do for a living. We have got to come together with the same sharing. How many times have you been through a data breach and somebody else has been through the same damn one from the same damn thing, and you guys got to act like, oh, I mean, I don't know what happened to you and nothing happened to me. And we've got to get rid of some of this cloak and dagger nonsense.
Because you're not James Bond.
No, I met him. I met him.
I met him. You were
no,
not.
he's a Scottish guy. He's got a weird.
He sounds like him a
beard.
little bit.
Well, he just plays James Bond on TV.
Oh, sweet.
Actually, I think
do.
he's the villain. We just got to give him one of those
I mean,
fearless
look
cats.
at that. Look at that haircut. You know he's a villain.
Can't be James Bond.
Yeah.
Not with that.
You haven't seen the hairpiece. But no, I think cooperation is key. I think cooperation between the public and the private sector, but most importantly, cooperation among ourselves, cooperation. And I swear to you, if you want to, if any of you have interest in trying to impress me, and for some reason some of you do, tell me what you don't know. I don't care about what you do know. I'm looking for the people that
I don't know the password for your bank account.
You don't know that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh my God, that's a brilliance. No one would ever guess
Super
that.
safe.
No one would
9
ever guess
numbers. They said 8. I went with 9.
that. Too obvious.
Curiosity. Back to curiosity. Curiosity, compassion, cooperation. And notice I didn't say collaboration. I said cooperation. These are vastly different things.
Thank you, Mia. That was great.
And so you're making a very important point. But when we are fighting against these folks, a certain casino sitting in Las Vegas, one of 2 casinos that owns basically 90% of the strip,
So great.
gave allegedly $15 million, maybe higher, who knows?
I thought it was 50.
It's probably higher than 15. They said 15. We'll see.
Can I stop?
I think it's
So-
a typo.
It was money. It was a
They
large
gave
sum of
$15
money.
million to what will end up being a group of teenagers.
I know, right?
So what do you think a group of teenagers with $15 million is going to do? Be like, hang their hats and be like, yo, bro, great hack, done. Let's go retire. No, they're going to take that money. They're going to pour it into innovation. How many businesses,
No, they're
any
gonna blow it on
size,
magic cards and
are going to
Pokemon.
take, let's hope. But how many of them are going to take a $15 million? Any business, $15 million, and we're going to innovate the living heck out of something. And the answer is they don't.
How
So
about
one
$5?
group of teenagers is already better resourced than what the industry is willing to counter with. That's the problem.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you that I agree, and I believe
Good questions.
that
Yeah.
We'll
that
get
is a
back to the
result
alien
of us
Yeah.
getting Rossi
You can
math
still-
wrong. So if you're familiar with Rossi math, it's the only math we have to
Is this Bob Rossi?
no, but
Okay.
he's awesome.
All right.
Love him. Happy trees. Rossi math is
How many
the
people we got
only
sitting here?
quantifiable metric we have to put a financial cost to risk.
Hold the thought. Y'all grab a chair, circle up.
Hold a thought.
The whole thing is grab a cup and circle up. There's enough of y'all
That'll
here.
get my
You can
head
find
explode.
enough chairs. Come sit down.
Circle up. Grab a cup.
Yeah, grab.
We're
Look,
going to say
seriously.
I'm
serious.
Somebody can produce a guitar.
Go grab a chair. Sit down. You don't have to be on camera. You can sit right here.
Welcome to your
Come
worst
sit. Take a
nightmare.
load off. Conferences are hard. It's day 2. Your feet hurt.
So I think what it is that we have
I did. That
traditionally
worked well.
valued the asset, not the process.
They may have gone to
So
find a chair.
$2,000 laptop, but that $2,000 laptop supports a $200 million process. So I think we're doing our risk math wrong.
Yeah.
And I think that is
Come
a
on, sit down.
massive
Sit down, Jim.
contributor to
Get in here.
disconnecting budgets, prioritization, because we just
Thank
don't,
you, John.
we're not doing the math right.
Everyone complains about it every single conference, and yet no one changes it. And that is, you go to any organization and say, where's your important stuff? Where's your data? Where is the most important thing to your organization? They will look back at you with blank faces. They probably spent $10 million on it to figure that out. They still don't know.
Well, the answer is it's Karen's spreadsheet on a Windows XP laptop.
All right, you guys can do this for hours. Hi, Rachel. How are you?
Travis.
Hi, Travis. Nice to meet you, Travis. Have you met Will?
No, I don't believe we have.
Unfortunately,
Great.
Will's muted.
Will, Travis,
Pleasure.
Travis, Will. Me and Travis go way back. We're great friends. Travis, what's is this your first conference?
It is.
Fantastic.
I am
Cool.
thoroughly enjoying it.
Nice. How'd you hear about it?
Oh, I remember hearing about it a couple of years ago, and it was in the back of my head, like, I gotta go there one day,
Yeah.
And then I was able to get a ticket through work, and like, let's go.
That's
All right, I'm ready to
awesome.
go.
That's
and
awesome.
It was very last minute, but boy, oh my god.
So wait, if you got a ticket through work, then what? You don't have to disclose your company or anything, but
Not
like
the FBI
what?
though, right?
What?
Right.
So what do you do? Like, kind of. You don't have to
I'm
be
just I'm just an IT help desk guy right now.
just.
Yeah.
That's not just. Don't say just.
How about I have the most critical role in the entire organization?
I do help keep a lot of folks.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. There was a guy who just did that.
Yeah,
for
don't
a gym.
outsource. Don't outsource your help desk. Please don't outsource.
Oh
I
man.
agree with that statement.
So that's cool. So were you here all day yesterday too?
Yeah.
So what was your favorite part of yesterday?
Oh boy. Geez. I did.
No. Don't say Rachel. Don't. No.
I was just trying to help him out.
Oh geez. I couldn't pick out one specific event. But
See,
just
now
like,
you just brain blocked him
You
completely.
blocked
we
me
were
entirely,
there,
really.
and now he's like, man, I lost it.
So,
All right.
so you've been walking around. There's vendors.
Yeah.
There's sessions going on. All
Right.
sorts of things that way. Have you talked to folks in the vendors? Have you?
Yeah, I did spend
Picked
some time
up
talking to some of the vendors. Yeah.
Did you
different
try out one of those
understanding
sweet pod looking thing? What is that? What's in the pod, guys?
You mean that's not the vulture hall? It's
Wait, are those the alien eggs? Oh my God, they're this close.
Am I getting it wrong the whole time?
Stop it. It's not about you, princess. Has anybody tried the pod out?
No, I haven't.
I
should,
haven't.
though.
Have you guys tried one of those pod
Anybody
things
tried
out? What
the
is in
pod?
there, John?
Is it cool? Is it cool? All right.
What's
I
in
gotta
it?
do it. I didn't do it last year.
Come here. What is it? It's Mech Warrior.
So not
Yeah.
alien eggs. I feel
Wait,
bad.
and
I was
now
really
I
getting
gotta
nervous
Google
there
some
for a
shit.
second.
The boys got me curious. Is the alien eggs being given to Congress?
Hey, look, that was a third-party credible witness.
So Travis, what was? Did you go to talks?
Did I go to talks?
Yeah.
I went to one or two.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one or two.
I did
That
do one of the
memorable, huh?
workshops.
Yeah. Care to share which one specifically?
No, we should move from
Get
that.
closer to the
subject.
microphone. No.
That's fantastic. So, did you guys eat lunch here yesterday, or did you go out?
I ate here, yeah.
Yeah. What was on the menu?
Oh, it was pretty basic. It was let's see, there was hot dogs, there was some burgers, there was plastic sides, chips, some fruit, I believe, and something else I can't recall.
Yeah.
Any pizza?
No pizza. That I
Oh, did
saw.
anybody tell you the food here is free?
Nice.
It comes with your ticket.
That's
No.
great
The
comrade.
food comes with a cost. It's just not money.
Yeah. No, but it's included.
Oh.
So,
Oh, you'll pay for
so
it.
has
Yeah,
this
you'll
whole
pay for it. Yeah.
so has this whole experience helped you?
Yes.
Yeah.
What have you learned from it?
To just learn. Yeah, whatever.
English
Yeah. What was that?
Great
Hold on.
idea.
or German. I can do German.
You're good.
Just not Techniques.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, this was your first one, so why are you going to come back next year?
I think just to be able to meet more people that have the same interests as I do. It's the
Great
IT
start.
security and forensics, and I've wanted to come here. Now that I'm here, I'm like, I gotta come here again, and I've met some very, very cool people here, and I definitely want to come back.
And you met
meet
Ryan.
more
Don't forget you met him too.
I met Ryan too.
What? No. It's not that.
I got to hear that the very first GrrCON that I came to, there was this weird euphoric moment where I was standing around in a crowd full of brilliant researchers that were sharing ideas, people that were sharing these really big concepts and huge, I was like, wow, weed really is legal in Michigan. And it was like,
Yes, it is.
it was multi-dimensional security concepts. I was like, whoa, all right, slow down there, bud. But and I just stood there for a second and I was like, these are all of my people. I've been looking for these people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it was amazing. And everybody just they were happy to introduce, and occasionally you find some folks that are a little uncomfortable, right? And that's okay. But it was, I'm gonna cry. So I'm gonna stop talking.
I'm gonna summarize Rachel's statement.
I lost words.
The largest gathering of neurodiverse awesomeness you've ever seen.
We bring the tism.
Yes. Yes. Oh my God, the ideation.
Like last night, I got 2 golden nuggets I'm gonna take back.
You got what?
You got
golden
Somebody
nuggets.
Yeah, who's giving those out?
Golden nugget ideas. That's what they call
I got
it.
a
Oh, okay. I was like, sir, what booth is that at? We gotta go.
Is that gold nugget one of those?
Just talking to other people.
Yeah.
sharing our experience.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's very cool. That's what we went to breakfast this morning, and just some of the ideation was
really
fantastic.
nice.
It was great. It was great.
But I love your sentiment because that's how I feel at DEF CON. It's how I feel at GrrCON. It's
hi people.
There's not so there's actually not a whole lot of us in the scheme of 8 billion people on the planet, and we represent maybe a couple 100,000.
This is a smaller community, huh?
It
Do
is.
you guys feel that way?
It is.
It got a
really
lot smaller
is.
during COVID because we burned them out.
Yep.
We burned out 40% of our professionals.
That's
massive.
That's a good point. So there's such a need in business for folks that can actually do. And the beautiful part of this is that now we're in the day and age where you can set up your own VMs, you can explore, you can do. And if you don't know how to do, you can come to cons, talk to people. The beautiful thing is that all these folks are really, really friendly and will help you all along the way. You can make connections. Have you gotten any email addresses and
I've got
LinkedIn
some link to the
contacts?
connects, yes.
So you have ways that you can talk to them afterwards, right? So if you have a question, hey, how do I do whatever? That's a beautiful opportunity, because otherwise when we're in our normal businesses, when we're in our normal homes or spots, when we're in our caves and we're not coming out of our caves like we should.
Are you asserting, sir, that I live in a cave?
Well, I know you live in a hole.
Oh.
So it's
has
always
walls.
dark. Every time we see the camera, it's.
I mean, I've never met anybody that's pastier than me, but you do.
Wow.
Dave.
I almost went there and I didn't.
I thought he was naked with that shirt he's got on.
I just want credit for not going there. I almost did. I almost got up and just moved you, like literally. Like, how about this one?
You're not.
It wouldn't be the first time I'd interfaced with an ass.
Shots fired.
Wow.
So, yeah.
But that opportunity is huge to be able to connect and to be able to grow, because if you're going to feed that creativity that all of you have been talking about, you've got to have those connections for whenever you get stuck, whenever you're stopped.
Well, and you need a sounding board, because not every idea you have is like super awesome. So you should totally bounce it off of other people. Not saying I've seen some of y'all's ideas on the internet. Just saying that it's good to have friends and talk to them often.
Well, it gets different too. I mean, like, for example,
Where's
what we have here.
Mine not charging yet?
I love
Right?
this.
Yeah, it's charged. There we go.
Yay! Is my update on there yet?
Look, we're all here.
So with these little badges, this is a Pima Community College creation. Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Ryan. To
Not this
where
one, a different one.
they went to a
Yeah,
DEF
this
CON and they couldn't find each other. So they came up with this bad solution where they could check out the signal strength and know who was close and who was far away.
Yeah.
Right? But that's out of the box. That's thinking different. That's exploring curiosity.
So is that why I'm next to drop table, star dot star, semicolon dash dash?
Wait,
No. It's format space C.
Oh yeah.
colon
Oh, I
slash.
think I know that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
RM.
Yeah.
hyphen,
RF. Yeah.
yeah, okay.
Yeah. That guy's cool too. You should
Yeah,
try that at home,
RF.
kids. Yeah.
RM.
Yeah, RM.
Yeah, I met him. He's German.
Oh my god. Oh my god. So, Rob, how many of these conferences have you come to?
Probably 7.
Yeah? Yeah. Is it something you recommend to others?
Absolutely. And to your point, thinking out of the box, this helps you do that. To take a step away, look at your environment at a 30,000 foot view, rather than staring at the trees all day. What's happening?
Yeah.
But also, in your getting together with friends, you can also understand that you're having a shared experience.
Mm-hmm.
When everyone thinks they're James Bond or hiding out in a closet holding onto their whatever they're holding onto.
Totally, I met him. He's Scottish, long beard.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain, actually. But the fact is that knowing that other people are having the exact same problems that you are, when you communicate, someone's probably already been down that road. They've
absolutely.
Hey, have you tried? Did you look? Did you know? All of those things help you, because this is hard work.
It
can be exhausting. You have to have a burning passion inside of you, and no one can put that there but you. And then when you are going through this, you also have to have fortitude. right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Not many
Resilience, for
jobs
sure.
can people wake up every day, get the living snot beat out of them, and then wake up bright and fresh in the morning. You're like, let's go win again, or lose again.
And not every job has you log into a cloud instance that might rhyme with Mazur, where the button that used
Or
to be
manure, don't
here,
forget that,
manure, is now, I don't know, 8 pages somewhere else.
Right.
Like, it's insanity because back to that speed of change, right? So the speed of change is tearing apart the fabric of society, and the weight of the change is crushing its foundations.
Ooh, that's philosophical. I recognize it.
Well,
Okay.
that's a good
So you
point.
need friends.
So, and everyone who's out there, if you're having a hard time, if it's challenging, we all face that, right? And the tenacity that you're talking about, how many have any of you worked on a problem that took you a week or a month to solve?
Just get a good pillow. You're going to cry in it often.
Shower,
Shower, yeah.
You cry in the shower? I don't cry in the shower.
Yeah. And it just,
Oh, no. Be public and loud about that way. Like,
Other than the camera people there, but yeah. For most people.
Princess, drama princess. Get it right. Yes.
Oh. Shots
Hail the
fired.
queen. I love it. That's my favorite.
Rachel's like, fuck, this was a bad idea.
Yeah. In retrospect, how do you feel about this?
She doesn't. Look at processing.
I feel like it's important to fail fast.
Oh.
And be agile about the things that you do. So maybe not next year. No, we're doing it next year. We're doing
feel
it.
bad about when you fail.
Nope.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
If you are not
that's the
making
one thing
mistakes,
school taught you, right? Don't fail.
Yeah.
Make
Worst
mistakes.
lesson ever.
Yeah.
To see one foot in front of the other.
You're not trying hard
Right. Scoot in. Good. Open a hole in the circle.
I don't think you realize how much school puts you on the wrong path, right? When you fail, if you're paying attention, you learn and you avoid. And only through failure are you successful. I'm successful because I failed so many times.
This is the
but I kept
non-camera
going.
side of the table.
And
This
that's
is camera.
really
You have
important.
choices.
And I hope you don't
Okay.
lose that because school
Okay.
tried to breed that out of you. You need to let your nature bring it back in.
Absolutely.
Why are you hurting people's ears right now, Ryan?
Right. Hey, guys.
Oh, there's always that one guy.
All right, grow up just a little. Okay.
Oh, no.
Why don't you introduce yourself?
Yeah.
Hello.
Come in closer because
Yeah,
you need to
come
get
on.
loud, man. You got to for him to hear you.
My name is Alec. I am a grad student at Grand Valley right now.
Woohoo!
Working in the MICTRA cyber range. Working on building that up right now.
What did you just talking about that?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Rachel. How are you?
Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you.
Travis.
This is Travis.
Nice to meet you.
This is Brett.
He wants
This
to
Will.
volunteer, so you should talk to him.
This is Rob. Jim. John.
Yes.
No.
We've met.
John, Jim, John.
Whoa, that's pretty
John,
cool.
Jim, John. All Jason.
I'm gonna screw all
Now
that
switch
up.
chairs. Let's see if we can do it.
Yeah.
John, Jim, John.
Kind of sounds like a fast food choice.
Alec.
But anyhow.
I'll
Care
take
Bear Ryan.
3 burgers.
Steve.
So anyhow, go ahead and tell them about what you're doing over there.
Yeah, so right now we're just working on
Really?
building the mixture range. Since
I love you so much.
It's still pretty fresh, still pretty, trying to just build it up. Right now, I've been working on imaging and getting the mobile range prepped because we got a high school event coming up in December, so we want to make sure that we're ready for that.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And has that helped quite a bit? I mean, compared to the regular schoolwork,
Oh yeah.
what you're doing
Yeah.
over there?
Well, because Tracy Kinder.
Yep.
Been working a lot with Tracy, and like Linux commands that we're doing is exactly what I'm starting to do in classes. So it's cool seeing.
So if you get an A, we want credit.
Yeah.
I want to see you coming out and being like, shout out to my friends at the Cyber Warfare Range.
Yeah.
I blasted that. Yeah.
So,
All right. Watching, starting now. Okay.
That's awesome.
But yeah,
That's very cool.
it's been fun so far. It's been new because I started in May, but it was all remote, so like a little bit slower. But now that it's in person again in the fall, it's fresh, but it's fun.
Awesome.
I'm excited to get the range used and start having people be able to benefit.
Well, we had a person right over here who wanted to be part of it.
There's a young lady who
I think she's back at the volunteer desk.
Yeah, I was listening.
Are you talking about Amanda?
Yes, about that.
Yeah, was asking about the range.
As of right now, it's like
yeah.
you got like 9 laptops, a server, and a switch, and offline, but they can all communicate with one another.
2 seconds, yeah. No, come here. No, yes. Yeah. No, okay. I love you.
It's in a classroom. Yeah, it's in a
It's
small
mobile.
classroom.
It's pretty small, but they're old computers, so they're heavy. They're heavy laptops. Yeah.
So donate lighter equipment, everyone.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. I'm also so appreciative.
That's another excellent point for businesses out there. If you get involved in your local college, local community college area to help all that equipment that you're refurbishing, that you're for so many of those companies that have to be very mindful about refreshing quickly, that equipment could go to use for preparing the next group, right?
Yep.
And
on that point, right? So I work in big corporate America. By day, I'm an executive. But the fact is that these big companies always say, we're going to give you brand new equipment. And I say, please do not, right? And they go, what? Why wouldn't you want new equipment? And I said, my response is, old equipment breaks more often. And of course, they look at me like I'm stupid and look at me, obviously.
I mean,
but the fact is that when you have to fix things that break, you're getting hands-on practical skills, which is exactly what the employer wants. So donate your old, crappy stuff.
Yep.
They will keep it alive, learning all the time that they're doing that. And the net result is when you go to hire someone that can help you run your business, guess where you find them? You find them right there because they have the practical experience. They've dealt with stuff. They've overcome the problems that are there. As a net result, they will be the smartest person you have on your team the moment you walk them through the door. That is the greatest thing about this is it doesn't even have to be the new stuff. It doesn't have to be bazillions of dollars. It's just take a little bit of what you've got, give it to people who care, who will do the right thing with it and share it with others. And all of a sudden we begin turning the tide against this incredible, insurmountable wave that's coming at us. It is a profoundly awesome thing and it's not terribly expensive.
So think about that. And companies can also get involved. What you need, what you're looking for in programs, talk with the faculty, talk with the administrators, right? And let them know this is what you need to hire. These are the people that you need. These are the skills they need to have, and help them to get that practical hands-on. That makes all the difference, right?
But you also find that there are people who care, who are really actually invested in the success of the industry. And then there's everybody else that are there for money and things like that, right? Like we have a company here, it's Secure Nation, right? There are lots of things they could be doing. Their customers need lots of things all the time. They could easily ignore that this conference is even taking place. That's not what they're doing. They're here. They're here because they're investing in the community. They're bringing forward great people to help build what we're doing here. It's the people who care that are transforming the safety of our lives every day. The people that are there for money, cool. Every person out there will take it up, extra $10, right? But when you find the people who actually care and you invest in them with energy and effort and things like that, the cumulative effect is profound, truly profound. But it's only when you bring all those parties together. You bring the corporations there, you bring the volunteers there, you bring the donated stuff from wherever it came from, you bring the cybersecurity wonky people, you bring them all together and all of a sudden fusion, right? A beautiful fusion. And you get a greater than the sum of its components.
Yeah. Very true.
And you get Rachel.
What?
Rachel's here.
I am actually.
Yeah, I can tell. Yeah. Ooh, I am here too.
Fantastic. Usually it's such a. No, usually there's like a couch behind me and a
we never get this opportunity very much.
Can we just do this for the last 5 minutes?
Oh my God, that's awesome. And as you can tell, we need more maturity in the marketplace.
What?
No.
I'm not looking at anyone specifically, but I am looking in this direction right now. Okay. All right.
Is he looking at you or is he looking at me?
Yeah, I'm looking at Will.
No, he's looking off in the distance. He does that a lot.
Yeah, I get lost. I'm blown.
Not as bad as Ryan.
I didn't do it. Oh, he's there. He's hiding. Holy.
There's Matt too. We've got closing thoughts. Do we have closing thoughts? Do you guys have closing thoughts? What are you looking forward to next? Who's going? What's the next talk they're going to?
Be kinder to yourself.
That mic's not on.
That's the mic's not on.
Be kinder to yourself and love other people a little more. Find a reason to smile when you don't have one and point it at a stranger.
Excellent. Anybody else? Closing thoughts. Everybody's welcome. Closing thoughts. World peace. I like it. I like world peace.
This is for you to take care.
Wherever you're at with your career in IT and cybersecurity, you're in the right place.
Thank you.
Be happy where you're at, and just
Right.
know that you're on the right track to success and to achieving your goals. So
Thank you, Jim
keep
Craig.
it up.
Mr. Jim Craig, recently
Mr.
on a
Jim Craig.
podcast.
Yeah.
Take on interns and make sure you're passing on legacy knowledge that you have. Like,
Yes.
know what you have.
Otherwise,
until
where are they going to
somebody
get
asks
it?
about
Absolutely. That's a great point, sir.
That is an excellent point. You got any closing thoughts, guys? Guys?
Travis, we brought you here for the one important. This is your moment right now.
No pressure.
When you finally say those words that we've been dying for you to say, the whole world will be released.
Okay. Network.
Yeah!
Yeah, there it is. Man, nailed it. Nailed it. Thank you guys. Look, everybody online can't actually see it, but I love the fact that we actually have grabbed cups and circled up. What's up? I like it. Very nice.
There you go.
Yes.
Big shout out for Rachel Arnold for putting this shit on and having us clowns show up. So big shout out. Subscribe. Smash that like button or whatever the hell it is they say.
I don't know,
Yeah, it's a
man.
lot of things in a lot of platforms, my friend.
Smash something.
I think I'm one of the few women on the internet that are like, no, really, you can follow me. It's fine.
No. Let's be clear. You just don't have an OnlyFans.
Yeah, there's not an OnlyFans. No, that's
Not like
true.
Ryan. That was a terrible experiment. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Apparently Ryan has an OnlyFans. Is that what just happened?
It's a side hustle. I'm sorry.
All right, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Happy birthday, Mr. President.
We'd like to give special thanks to GrrCON for allowing us
Yes.
the space.
Yay,
Yay,
GrrCON.
GrrCON. We love it so much. I'd like to give special thanks to the attendees. Without the attendees, there is no cons, and it's not fun anymore, right? That would just be dumb. We'd be sitting here talking to walls, which I could also do, but
Yeah, well, we got one.
Wait, you're
right
saying
here.
the wall doesn't talk
Okay.
about it?
it's not supposed to.
I gotta
You might
go.
wanna you need to
I
get that
gotta
checked
go.
out, buddy. That's a
Isn't
thing.
it lunchtime?
Yeah, it is. We're gonna go eat.
Sandwiches.
We love you guys so much. Thank you so much for grabbing a cup and circling up with us on the Coffee Table Talks. We will see you next week. Same bad time, same bad channel. Always a fun, interesting, diverse guest. Y'all have a beautiful weekend.
Woohoo!